Our bodies come in different shapes and sizes, so doesn't it make sense that our weight loss plans should too? That's the beauty of Noom. They build a personal plan that factors in dietary restrictions, medical issues, and other personal needs so your plan works for you. Noom doesn't restrict or shame when you want to treat yourself. Their flexible program focuses on progress instead of perfection. You don't have to give up carbs or anything. And with their daily lessons, you can learn something new about your food choices every day. After just a few days of using the app, I learned how to recognize cues for overeating and how to choose the right foods to feel full. Stay focused on what's important to you with Noom's psychology and biology-based approach. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com. That's Noom.com. And check out Noom's first ever cookbook, The Noom Kitchen, for 100 healthy and delicious recipes to promote better living. Available to buy now wherever books are sold.
Hi, Chantel.
Hey, Roxanne.
Happy whatever day it is, because I have no idea.
It is Thursday.
Okay, yeah. So it is Thursday, and I have Elle on me right now. So I am.
Hi, Elle.
So
Oh, I
you're
hear
gonna,
her.
yeah, you're gonna hear her. She's like she's, again, being gassy or something. So she's like pushing and stuff. So I am sorry if you guys hear her. On today's episode, we are going to be talking about the New Jersey taglines. John Fuda just went on Fuda Lips went on a podcast. We can talk about that a little bit, but there's so much happening on social media and everyone's like, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? And we're going to talk about it. At this point, we've ignored it and we don't want any hate to come out of this. We're not those type of people. But, there's only so much you can just sit there and allow people to lie on you and involve you and bring you in this like craziness. And that's why, again, I've always said, like, Twitter's so toxic. There's like certain accounts that are toxic. And why I even at times feel bad for other housewives who had to deal with these accounts at one point before they flipped. I'm like, wow, holy shit. Like, this must have been really aggressive for them and stuff. And it's fine when we all say our opinions, you guys, like, it's fine with that. But when you go the next step, it's just not okay. And it's just time that we just say our truth and, put out the full story. So we are going to do that. This is obviously not a good time because I am busy all week with appointments with the baby and just appointments for me. And, it's just been a lot. Again, like, she's 5 weeks, so it's definitely been crazy for me. So I've been behind on a lot of stuff, and I want to make sure that we even maybe have people who've also been conned, on our podcast to tell their story as well, because a lot of us have been conned. And yeah, so we'll talk about that. And, we'll talk about like the John Fuda, Britney stuff. Like, we'll talk about all that. We'll talk about who was behind all of it, how it all started. So stay tuned for that because we are going to talk about that stuff.
Yeah, because I think
yeah.
even like myself, half the time I'm like so confused. You obviously tell me so much that's happening, but I think it would be good for everyone to kind of know, like, literally from like timeline, receipts, like all that kind of stuff, which would be helpful, I think. And the other side thinks that they're doing that, but it's like, you can't show timeline and receipts with cutting things off. So it's like, have fun.
Or just showing what the other person said and nothing that you said.
Exactly.
Or the fact that you constantly reached out to someone.
Exactly.
So,
or
I'm
you
sure,
receive things from someone.
Yeah.
So
we're going to talk about the Jennifer Aiden screener stuff. We're going to talk about all of that stuff, how that works. And we're going to talk about it all. So just stay tuned for that. We're going to put it on our main platform and stay tuned for that. But let's kind of talk. We are going to talk right now, Real Housewives of New Jersey taglines. What did you think about them, Chantel, when you heard them?
Some are laughable, some are great. Like, I think they came out with good ones this year. Like, I thought like a lot of them made sense for sure.
Yeah. So the taglines start off with Melissa, and this is like the intro. And did you just hear Elle? Oh my gosh.
No,
This is the intro, and it says, "It's hard not to burn bridges when you're on fire." And that's Melissa. What do you think? What do you get out of that when she's saying that?
I think that she thinks that like she's the one that made the decision to burn the bridge, and it's like, no, you were not.
Girl.
Yeah, like that wasn't on you. Okay, people X you out. You didn't do anything. So she's
Keep in
just
mind, she had said, she was like, at the end of the day, it is family. So like she did try to leave that open, and it's like, yeah, it's not on you to leave that open. Like it is done. So well, it is important also, you guys, to know that they don't pick
their taglines.
they don't pick their taglines. So producers do it, and then they get, the option. There's like, I think 2 or 3 that they'll like pick from. And then that's really how it is,
And
which is so crazy.
I think they can help make them and submit them, but like it's literally like up
Yeah,
to
up
the
to them.
producers to say, no, this is the one, because
Yeah,
we've heard so many times Housewives. I think like even Lisa Rinna one time was like, that was not the tagline I wanted this, and she like literally will say,
exactly.
so
Yeah.
it's like facts. It's not even just like us saying that.
Dolores says, I'm a girl from Patterson playing Switzerland and dating an Irish man. I liked hers a lot.
I was cracking up. She's calling herself out, or like the production's calling
Yes.
her out. And I think
Yeah.
that's fine. And it's very fitting because what we know for this season, she's definitely Switzerland, you guys. Like, and a lot of people hate when she rides the fence. And you've always been very vocal about saying, like, I love that. I think you need someone like that. So I thought that was a great tagline.
The reason that Andy Cohen came out and said that New Jersey is not sustainable after the season, then he got scared and he was like, but it's fantastic. It's fantastic this season. But the reason he said that is because there's so much divide. A cast doesn't work when there's so much divide. So sometimes you do need that Switzerland person. And so I don't think anything's like, I don't know. I get people are like, pick a lane. I do get that. I do. Like sometimes I'm like, yeah, pick a lane, especially when it comes down to it. But then like, I also get why the show needs someone who is neutral.
Yeah, I think Dolores is the type of person, and sometimes I can be like this too. It's like situational based. It's like, what's the problem? I'll tell you what's right and wrong with this problem. Not like, I'm not gonna always stick up for you, and I'm not gonna always stick up for you. I'm gonna stick up for what I think is right and that for the situation.
Right, exactly. Danielle, I like keep forgetting about Danielle.
Oh my god, she's kind of. If I feels like it's been low key for her, and it's probably because like we're
Yeah.
not talking about her a lot, but yeah.
Well, she has us blocked on social media too, so we don't really see her stuff. And
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
so yeah. We don't have like other accounts like go check, so we really don't
Yeah.
see her shit. So yeah, you guys throughout the season continue to send us stuff because that's like how we keep up is like with like you guys sending us stuff because like a lot of the times like we're not on social media, we don't see as much as we should be, to be honest. So Danielle says, I'm bougie, unbothered, and above your drama. Girl, bye.
Yeah, you're not bothered, and you're definitely not about the drama. So you are the drama.
That was you live for drama, girl. Like
Yeah.
you wanted this. You came on this, like you live for this. This was like your dream. Like you know how like some people are like, my dream is to be a mother, or my dream is to have this like to be the president of the United States. Her dream was to be on a reality show. So
Yep.
okay, Margaret Jo says, you guys, I kind of like Margaret Jo says, and I'm sorry, but she says, well, you're taking cheap shots, I'm taking screenshots. And I was like, oh, damn. Oh my God.
No, but like, okay, but I loved it because it's fitting for her, and she
It's
kind of
so
admits,
fitting.
and she basically admits that
She's
she's
messy.
yeah, she's messy as hell. So it's like, okay, let's
She
like,
has an arsenal.
yes, I loved like all these like actually calling themselves out with like
Yeah.
Dolores in Switzerland, with this one, with like that,
Yeah,
I think just
it's good.
Melissa's and Danielle's was a little Delulu, but
Yeah,
Margaret's and
they're
Dolores's were
stupid.
great.
Bravo Lover 1234, aka Rachel Fuda, said, if you don't have my back, at least have a backbone. Okay. Well, I don't think many people are going to have your back this season, boo boo. But
I'm underwhelmed. Okay, I think your back
Yeah.
is your husband, and you guys both need to be broken.
yeah, that was not good at all. I'm disappointed with them for that. Jennifer Aiden says, friends are like handbags. The fake ones are all too easy to spot. Wow. I like that
Yeah,
one.
I like that
That
one
one's
too.
really
I
good.
feel like that one. I feel like
And it's
that
so
one's.
fitting for her.
It is, but I feel like it's also generic. Like that can go with so many housewives, so it's not like it wasn't that personal. I think to her,
Yeah.
but I
But
liked it.
like she calls it out. Like she can see someone who's fake, like so she'll call it out and she'll call them out. So it's saying like they're easy to spot.
Yeah.
Now the best tagline
And
of
we're
the
not just
season.
saying this
I'm not.
because
I'm not just saying
I
this, I
know you
promise.
guys. I swear. I think a lot of people, like even Trey haters, liked her tagline.
Yeah. It says, you can try to tear me down, but this tree just keeps on growing. Because like everyone calls her like first off, her fan base is tree huggers. And I don't know, it's just so fucking good.
I thought it was great. I thought it
Who
was
came
so
out with
unique.
that,
I don't
man?
know. We need to
I
find
know
that
Teresa did
producer.
not come out with that. So who came out with that? I feel like a producer, like, because that is like so. I don't know. That was like, I don't
Whoever
know.
that producer is, let's talk. Okay, I think you're very
Yeah.
clever.
That was so damn clever. And it's true. Like she does keep on growing. She does. She has such a strong fan base. Someone had sent us a DM where they put all the taglines out and I don't know. And I feel so bad because I don't know the account because someone sent it to us. But it was like they put all the taglines on Bravo and the biggest interactions that and the likes and everything that they got, like Bravo got, was Teresa's tagline where the others were like tremendously lower. And I'm like, man, Teresa, you love her, you hate her, she's the star. Like it doesn't matter what you try to do to her, she's going to keep growing and people are going to keep having her back. You cannot bring her down.
Yeah, I mean, it's just very apparent. The whole show is about her.
And the best thing about her is like she's so unfazed. She don't give a shit. And it's like you got to respect people like that. She's living her life and her life is actually good outside of this, you know?
Yeah.
So it is going to keep on growing. So yeah. So who was your favorite?
I mean, hands down, Teresa's was amazing. I thought it was great, but I really did love like we said, Margaret and Dolores's were like my top two. I just love when it's very like makes so much sense for them and like they're actually calling themselves out.
Yeah, I do. I think yeah, I think Teresa and Margaret's were my top two because when I listened to Margaret's, I was like, ooh, I was like, yep, this girl definitely does do all that. So um I thought that was good. Uh but yeah, and my least favorite would probably be Rachel's because I'm like, what are you even saying?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Al.
So oh yeah, sorry guys that you hear. I'm trying. I'm really trying to do this. Okay, so John Fuda. Sorry for being loud, but just you guys, he goes on two teas in a pod. As
With
you know,
with Bravo Lover, right?
yeah, of course, it's
Yeah.
Rachel Fuda
Yep.
because like why wouldn't I think he realized him going by himself makes him look like a dummy. So he's like, okay, let me just go. Let me like make sure my wife is on there. And I think they thought it was going to land. I think they thought, they're really trying to get in front of things because this whole season is going to be, well, a lot of the season is going to be about John Fuda's past and him being a drug dealer, right? Just things affiliated with that. Maybe not exactly drug dealer, but his past is going to be called out because whatever. So he's trying to get in front of things, which is very, very scary that they're doing this. And he actually had the audacity to say that Teresa Giudice, like he is Teresa Giudice's storyline and that Teresa Giudice has nothing without him.
Oh
How
my
scary.
gosh.
How scary is this?
No,
Everyone's
it
always
was
trying to come for the big person.
and like did you like it's like I don't know who exactly I think did she write this, but where Teresa goes, my kids were born before the show. Hold on, sorry, I have
Well, no, I know what you're talking about, but that was
yeah.
like a long time ago. Yeah.
I know, but it's like John, like who do you think you are? Like you think that she needs you? The first 7 minutes of the show was you talking about her the whole time.
Right. Yeah. No, it's so scary that he really believes that he's the one that he disrespects Teresa. He even talks about like he brings up her mortgage fraud, like you're the poster child for mortgage fraud, and he literally like thinks that was iconic and was excited to talk about that on the podcast. And it's like the fact that you are talking to a woman like that God knows how you talk to your wife behind closed doors, boy. God knows. I know they're trying to portray like, oh yeah, they have each other's back. You having the balls to go and bring that up, like I don't even know what you say to your wife behind closed doors.
I actually think that he's doing it for reaction. Like he knows that people are gonna react to that. And we always say we call him thirsty Fuda lips. And is that what we call him? I forgot what we call him.
Yeah.
I think it's thirsty.
Fuda lips,
Yeah,
yeah.
Fuda lips. Thirsty Fuda and Fuda lips. So it's like he's doing it because he literally knows that everyone's gonna go crazy for him even saying that because that's how outlandish it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I can absolutely
Or
see
do you
that.
think he really believes that?
No, I think he wants to. I think he thinks. Look, there's there's like types of people like the Facebook of the world likes like a John Fuda. The Twitter and Instagram of the world cannot stand a John Fuda, and what he wants to do is get the Twitter and Instagram world to like him, and he thinks like he's doing something iconic. He's trying to take a note from Joe Gorga's book, but it's not landing at all. And what I will say is Joe, Princess Gorga, is a lot more likable than John Fuda. And it's just the truth. Whether, I mean, like between the two, people like Joe. I don't think anyone on either side really likes John Fuda, you know? So I think he's just trying to make a name. He does say when he was on the podcast, he says, am I messier than Joe this season? Well, this season, yes. And I think the difference is when you're being attacked, and I feel I'm being attacked, you have to defend yourself. Why are you digging up stuff from my past? That's not fair. And then that's when he said, you know, I feel like I'm Teresa's storyline. If it wasn't for me, what else would she have? And it's like, Teresa is the show. Like, there's no way you're saying what else would she
And do you
have?
think that you're going to come on national television and then no one's going to dig up your past? Like, what
Yeah.
world do you think we're in?
Right. And what's so funny is when we posted that he said that on our All About Terry Instagram account, Gia Judice commented laughing, crying emoji faces.
Oh my God, when I saw that on your guys' like Instagram account, I literally just responded LMFAO all caps
Yeah.
because I literally thought that was the most like by far the craziest thing I've ever read.
Right. It truly, truly is. It's so scary. So, yeah. And, you know, even after they were like, him and Rachel were kind of like, oh, thank you so much for having us and yada, yada, yada. They just like really think they're doing something. But
I didn't listen to it, but was Tamara having his shit? Because like Tamara like sometimes loves the drama, but sometimes she loves to call people out and like
no, they didn't call him out.
They didn't call him out.
Nope, they didn't. And I would have loved them to because I know Tamara, if like a John Fuda was on her show, she would eat him alive. So it's like
absolutely. She already does that with someone that we like someone on the show, and it's like he's defending
and Ryan's an amazing, great guy. So
and
it's like you did that so why aren't you I know Tamara is seeing like how thirsty John is.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And like and also the difference between Ryan and that whole situation is that like they kind of have a relationship where like they knew each other this way. Like it's like I don't even know you and you're coming after me that hard.
Right, exactly.
So she would go crazy.
Right. Yeah. What else happened here? Let me see. I don't know. I'm trying to like look if there was anything else interesting.
Like for the podcast or any topics. Oh, okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess.
I mean, it was really short. It was like 25 minutes. So
yeah. Just like, you know, I know they said, I know you can't say too much, but it was a very split cast. Melissa came out recently, did an interview saying, you know, talking about how Andy said next season this can't happen. And she said moving forward that this is not going to be sustainable. And they asked like, did you have a good time filming? Did you feel like there was a big separation? And they say, I mean, listen, the separation is undeniable. It's so obvious. And I think, you know, just from episode 1, you can feel the sense of the separation. It was kind of like we were filming 2 shows in one. Some of the cast refused to film with other people, which obviously makes for, you know, hard events. But to be honest with you, I mean, I still had fun. If not, I probably had more fun because I didn't have to deal with people that I didn't really want to, you know? So I just think it was a stressful season for us, for sure, John and I. And it was intense, but I just think there's a lot of toxicity in our cast and on our show. And I don't think that there's a place for it in any work environment. So it's crazy because I feel like what they're trying to do is they're trying to say like, oh yeah, it's not good for our work environment. You know, people need to get fired. boo, you're going to get fired. You realize that. What's going to happen, and we've said this all along, and people need to listen to this, is season 15 is going to have a major shakeup. What we believe is going to happen is there is going to be a big pause. And prior to like things happening on social media, things of that sort, there's going to be firings. Now, the one person that is going to always come on top is Teresa. However, they could do a whole, like, let's get a whole new cast like how they did with New York. No matter what, there's going to be a big shakeup because Andy said it's not sustainable, which it's not. And he said it can't work for the future. So they're trying to say this thinking that they would be chosen over the OGs, which would never happen because no one would watch it.
I literally cannot where they have the audacity and they haven't even like their season 2 has not even aired yet. And it's like you feel that confident.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're trying to say things in hopes that the other people get fired and that they're good, but
yeah,
we
it's
don't
like
know them.
they're
We're not
doing this like
invested in them.
yeah, it's like they're doing this like marketing like thing with each other, kind of like what they did at the reunion. They sat all down and said, "What should we do? What's our best bet to get us all back?" And then these people not back. Like that's literally what they're doing.
Exactly. So yeah, that's it's just so gross of them, and I'm not feeling them. And it's gonna be a season, you guys. It's gonna be quite the season. But yeah, of course they went on there. I don't know if they also got fined because I know that they were all under a gag order, but I'm thinking if they sat there and they said all this, then maybe, they're allowed to. I
feel like they are. I feel like because Tamara's in their podcast, like you have to get approval. So like they know that Tamara's podcast and number is good. It's week before, filming. This is all like promo stuff. So like they probably did allow them to do it 100%.
Yeah, that's true because it is promo. What happened last season with the cast is they started doing things like mid-episode, and they kept doing things, and it was like, all right, enough is enough. But you do have to promote, so they were probably like, please, can we talk to two T's in a pod? Please, 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 please,
Roxanne, when do they film their after show? Because I'm really excited to see after show again for this season.
Me too. Yeah. I mean, they're supposed to release it right after.
Okay, so okay.
So I don't know. Yeah, they're supposed to release it right after the episodes. Typically, is how it works. So, we'll see. Now, in other news, Mauricio purchased a luxury condo in Hollywood. So yeah, like they're definitely, they're obviously like they've been living separately apparently for the last few months. He's been staying there. They've both been traveling a lot recently. A source told Us Weekly. So it's working out where they don't stay under one roof, but they're still like visiting each other and on good terms. So yeah, again, like I feel like the reason the divorce is going to take forever is because there's no prenup. They have so many things to divide, and that's a lot. So
I wonder if they're doing all of that like behind the scenes and then they're going to file and then they're going to go through with everything.
Yeah, but I'm just sure that takes so much time to do. Like there's so many assets that they have.
I know, but usually like I feel like you need to file first in order to like start doing stuff like that. But I don't know because they haven't filed for divorce yet. So,
but there's like a lot. Like I know like Arnold Schwarzenegger and
Maria Shriver.
Yeah, they were like separated for like 9 years and they were clearly like not together until they officially got divorced.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot. Now, in other news, which is a big deal and everyone's shocked about, Andy Cohen came out and he's explaining why Vanderpump Rules is pausing production.
Thank God.
Yeah, I know, but people are still like loving it. And I mean, the ratings are still good. So people are like, wow, the fact that they're going to pause production when ratings are still good.
Because I have a feeling like why is like the ratings are so good is that like a lot of people, I mean, other than like, us Bravo people, like a lot of people that watch Vanderpump Rules, they're not, because like I have friends like this, they only watch Vanderpump Rules out of all the Bravo shows. So it's like there's a lot of one-off people that don't watch that many reality shows, but they watch Vanderpump Rules. So like I can see that, those people getting pissed because they're like, I like this show. Why are we pausing it?
Right. Well, so he says, listen, about the pause. We used to do this all the time. And with the housewives, we would say, you know what, let's put cameras down for you for, 4 or 5 months and come back to them. And they will have lived, life. Things will be different. I think that, I was talking to Ariana about this on the after show last night. I was saying people do forget, especially as it relates to Ariana, who was the one cheated on. People forget that we picked up cameras 3 months after she found out about the affair. So that's why she's still in this violently angry stage, and you can understand that. So I always think it's great. Look, sometimes you just want to pick cameras right up quickly because there's stuff happening and you want to get in there right away. And sometimes you do want people to live their lives and see how things develop. And, so I think it's a very good idea. I agree with him there.
Oh, me too. I feel like they definitely need it. I think, like we keep saying, they need to bring some people to the Valley, aka Sheena especially, or Lala
too. I would love to see Lala on there. And Lala seems over it. For me watching, and it's because like we watched also from the beginning, these people are a lot older now, and the things just don't work like how they used to.
And sorry, keep going. I just had go. No. I cut you off.
No, that's literally what I was going to say. So
I listened to Lala on a podcast before. It was like a podcast, not hers. It was like going on someone else's. And she's she's very smart and strategic. She's all about the money sometimes. She knows that this show brings her in X amount, gives her X amount of new people. Like, she'll do the show until she gets kicked off because she knows what it does for her brand, and she's very smart. It was with her and Randall when they were together, and Randall was like the one saying like how he was shocked how smart Lala is about her plan, and it's because she'll never give up on the show.
Yeah,
and she's pregnant right now, so like it just makes sense for her to go on like
the Valley, and the Valley is like so much like. I feel like the Valley is so much better, and anyone who starts it, they're like, the Valley is getting so much praise all over social media, and I'm so happy about it because I think
that's good.
Yeah, I think it's so good. So they're getting so much praise. Now, our last hot topic, and go check out allabouttrh.com because Laura did a great job with all these stories because we have tons of other hot topics. But our last hot topic that we're going to discuss is that Anne Marie, she says she feels great after the Beverly Hills firing. And she says, I feel so good. I'm in a great space. I have so many super exciting things coming up that really align with who I am, like really positive, inspirational, and motivational things. People are going to get to see who I am, and I'm really excited for that. So a lot of housewives do this, Chantel, where they're like, I'm so excited for the future. I have all these projects. But when you're a one season person, no one's invested in you to keep up with these projects.
No.
I'm sorry.
I just have to laugh. Yeah. I'm just like,
I feel bad, but like they're not.
But I think that kind of goes to show, like, again, what we've been saying, how she was so extra that, like, again, even her exit is so extra. Like, no one's going to remember you.
Yeah. Yeah. So
like, do you think you did that much of an impact? Because I'm confused.
Yeah, exactly.
But good for her, Sean, to do other things. Like, yeah, live your life, girl. Like, do what you got to do to try to get what you want to do and make yourself happy. But it's
right.
You're not going to get that much support from the housewives or from the Bravo people.
Girl, bye. It's not going to happen. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's all our hot topics, you guys. Stay tuned
because I have to go.
I know. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're 2 minutes past when you had to go. I swear, me and Chantal are just trying to figure it out. Like, we really are. So stay tuned for Jersey. We have so much coming that's going to happen next week.
We're doing, I know it's annoying for us to keep plugging in our Patreon, but this is really fun and exciting. We're doing, because we've always wanted to do something where it's live of our reactions. So on Patreon, there's a thing that's like literally like your iMessages, and we're going to be live basically texting like everyone who's joining on Patreon. It could be regular Patreon or VIP, and you guys are going to see our reactions. And it's really funny because like it's going to be things like if we see someone come in the room, we're like, ew, why are they walking like that? And just like fun things about our real, probably like things that you can't really, like say on a podcast. Like it's gonna be different than our actual recap. Sometimes it's just gonna be
like a live chat, chat. So,
and we can hear other people's opinions too. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, which is awesome. And we have such a great community on Patreon, so it's awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to us. We hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.